Welcome to another episode of Over Us. Today, Eric, I say it every time, but particularly special guest today. Okay. For many reasons. She's a real estate rock star, all-star, just complete beast. I was calling her a nickname before the show started, but she told me to not fuck around and just call her by her full name as intended. So we're going to get right into it. Kara K is on the podcast. Thanks so much for being on, Kara.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for calling me by my first and last name. Just my fake last name.
Yes, no problem at all. So, Kara, for people who may not know you, can you give us your elevator pitch? Who is Kara K?
Yes, I am so many different things, but at the moment, a realtor. Been doing it for a while. I won't say the years like everyone does. And I have quite a past of things that I've done because I can't say no to pretty much anything. But yeah, now I'm a realtor in San Diego, and I've been on the reality show Survivor, and I was also on Charger Girls, which the Chargers just played last night. They didn't win, but
I was going to ask about that. That was a devastating loss last night.
I thought about it too. Okay, good.
Yeah. So I'm sorry to all Chargers fans out there who had to witness that. All that had to happen in this game was a tie between the Raiders and the Chargers, and the Chargers coach called a timeout with 38 seconds left, completely blowing it. So I feel for you, especially if you're from San Diego.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a personal hit. Just kidding. I didn't even watch the game, but I was getting by everyone. Everyone kept texting me. They're like, Raiders. I'm like, no.
Eric didn't watch it either. He just knows because he lost $70,000 last night on that game.
Which is why I watched it.
Congrats. Yes, you always got to have some skin in the game to make
exactly.
So you were a Charger girl on Survivor. So how were you a real estate agent while you're on Survivor?
I was. Yeah, I've been doing it for a while, and I got recruited from like a couple different shows, and then when the casting producer called me, he's like, and I kept saying no or didn't work out, and he was like, "What about Survivor?" I was like, "That's right up my alley, of course." So then I made the embarrassing audition video that spewed all of my past history, what I am, what I think, why I think I'd be good at the show, and not knowing that I was being cast as a Goliath on David versus Goliath. So it was like all my confidence, they were like eating it up. They're like, yes, she's like perfect for this space. So yeah, it was a really cool experience. I did that back in 2018. Had already been a realtor. So then you see like my name, Kara K, and the side note, realtor. So like they want you to have a job already, or like have some way for people to be like, oh yeah, the blonde realtor, or whatever the job is.
How do you get on the show? Like, did you have an agent?
I did not know, and I never sought out reality TV. There's two different ways. Like you could either be a super fan and then you apply. Everyone applies, but then I was at the time recruited. So they knew what they wanted in a cast, and they saw me on social, this guy, Jesse Tenenbaum, saw me on social media and figured I'd be perfect for that cast. And he's like, okay, this is what you got to do to get on. And it's still a grueling process. Like there were still many times I could have failed and fucked up and not gone on it. But yeah, it was insane, but it was
something.
What's the difference between David and Goliath Survivor and the traditional Survivor?
So the show has different themes. Each season has, it's now always filmed in Fiji, but before it was like Cagayan or like China, whatever, like different parts of the world, and now they do different themes. So it's like mine happened to be David versus Goliath. So there was 10 people who were Davids, 10 people who were Goliath, and then we went against each other, and true to the Bible story, I guess, David won in the end.
Were the Goliaths more like athletic or prone to survival skills or something beforehand?
100%. You should have seen all of us looking around, because before it would be like fairly matched, and we were like looking at our team, we were like, we are stacked. Like it's like just the way people looked, like how big they were, like in comparison to the other side, and like it helps, like they dress you like in contrast.
Yeah.
So we were like, what the hell season are we on? Like, how did we get so lucky? Because you do challenges. So like we want like the muscular guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like a stark contrast. It was really, and the season ended up being really good, I think, because they cast a lot of very interesting characters.
Did you have it?
Yeah.
So did you have any survival skills before getting on this? Because you said that you were being cast for other reality shows.
Other than showing homes.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Very
right.
resourceful.
It did not come in handy when it came time to build the shelter. I was like, I don't. Zero survival skills. I ended up not winning because I couldn't make a fire. But the whole season I was making them. Like I'm super into like getting better at what I'm not good at. That just failed me. But no survival skills. Like enjoyed camping, but like not. You wouldn't call me. I would be your first call to like go sleep in the wilderness.
Yeah. So what happened with like your clients? Like, did like Karen call one day, be like, I want to see a house, and you're like, sorry, I'm in Fiji trying to make a fire. Like,
Yeah.
did you tell them, or how'd that
Definitely no cell phones allowed on Survivor, I think.
yeah.
No, I turned my phone in. I was so lucky. I have a business partner and he was involved in all the transactions that I had going into it. And so it was easy to toss off onto him. And then when I ended up telling my clients, they were super stoked. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, love Survivor, go do it. I like work with the best. Well, at the time, it was like really great people that were all like super stoked. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's
not so much now. Yeah,
if I did it, I'd be fired. Yeah, so it was an easy transition. It was nice not to have my phone. As you guys know, it's like nonstop, so it was cool to just relax.
Yeah, Matt and I were talking about this beforehand that, when you go on vacation, you tend to get busier, or people still hit you up. You still have to write contracts and deal with all your phone calls. But for how long were you on it? 38 days, I think I read.
Yes. Oh my
Okay.
God. Good research. So you're gone for 7 weeks total, and then I was on it for 38 days, 38 of the 39 like total days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's complete no contact with the outside world.
None. You turn in your phone and then you've got no contact at all whatsoever.
That's crazy.
It must have made real estate like pale in comparison. Anything that happens at like an inspection or something is not nearly as severe as something that happens on Survivor, I assume, right? So maybe this has prepared you for all turmoil that happens in our business.
That's so funny you say that, because everyone asked me how I adjusted when I got back. And like I was going through a deal and they were like, the roof's leaking. And I was like, how bad is it? And they were like, oh, there's a couple drips. I was like, whatever, like patch it up, duct tape. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Sleep in it. Who cares?
Yeah, at least have a roof over your head. It's crazy because the people in Fiji live so simply, and like that's always been my mentality before. So this took it to the next level. I was like, that's not a big deal. Don't worry. But then I was like, oh shit, they care about it. I gotta care about it.
Yeah,
You
of course.
You should make a video of like you coming back from Survivor after 37 days, and your clients like you're showing your clients a house and they're looking for you, and they're like, what's Kara doing outside? And you're just like building a fire because you can't get back into like normal things. And they're like,
just like not able to do it.
Yeah. You're just like there, like sticks.
I want to get
so
the fire thing. So you failed in a fire challenge, right? Is what you're saying. But
correct.
If I'm going into Survivor, that's the one thing I would think that I would have mastered is the fire building, because I would die within 1 day whatsoever. If I'm not staying into 4 seasons or something, I might possibly die. So.
Yeah.
And life is miserable without a fire. So
right.
I was obviously depending on everyone else. Like, you guys figure it out. I'm going to learn along the way. I had a friend who gave me flint, like as a gift, like when she found out I was going on Survivor. Never even touched it. Still in the package.
Flint? I don't even know what's flint.
So like the magnesium with like the striker on the side. So
yeah, we'd be fucked.
Yeah.
Right. You know what that is? Sticks? What are they? Yeah.
No, Eric said he'd practice. He's good.
I'd fail. But
honestly, I don't like the outdoors. I don't like bugs. Literally any tall grass where there could be a chance of ticks, I'd throw in the towel. Right, like before. I love that show, Naked and Afraid, though. Kind of remind me of Survivor,
Very similar, but we wear clothes and not as intense.
It's pretty intense,
Yeah, that one's gnarly.
One's and it's not even like a good reward.
And you don't win. That's what I said. You don't even win anything. I did mine. I was like $1 million, 100%. I could deal with some spiders crawling my face, like rats.
Yeah. Do you get anything for 4th place?
Yeah. So Survivor's like one of the most well-paying reality TV shows. I didn't know any of this until I was actually there. I was like, oh, cool. I got a pretty sick gig. You get money, like depending on how long you stay in. So for 4th place, I think I walked with like 70 grand. So like on top of what I was doing for real estate, that's how I bought. It was very interesting. So I put 20 for taxes and I had 50 grand. I put 25 down on a car, 25 down on a condo. And my condo's now like an Airbnb, like making me money in my car. It's just
That's badass.
It's like a
That's
38-day
sick.
escrow, 70K for commission.
right.
Said you were on TV. Yeah, that's incredible.
Jesus.
It
So-
was
Like the deal right there.
That's unreal. So what was your following like before Survivor on social, and then how did it change afterwards? And did that have any impact on your real estate business?
Great questions. I started out, I think, with like 1,200 followers. Like I would post stuff. I was always pretty real, but it was like nothing entertaining. So because of the show, I got 28,000, and then it dropped when people realized I wasn't always going to be posting about Survivor, and that really was not that interesting. Dropped to 24, and then I posted some stupid viral reel.
We saw
12.7 million.
Dude,
Yeah.
isn't that gnarly?
And this is a lip sync of a cat,
Yeah.
right? Or a
It wasn't-
lip sync of an
To
audio.
a
You
cat.
talking to which you do extremely well, by the
Yeah,
way.
it was
It's-
very good lip
You're
sync.
very animated.
Wow.
Should have
Thank
been like the sixth Spice Girl or something.
Yeah, nothing original, literally lip sync. Took me 10 seconds to make it. Almost didn't post because I was so embarrassed. And then when it was going viral, I was like, what is happening? So I got, I think, like 17,000 followers from that. And then since Survivor's been on Netflix, there's been like a full-blown resurgence of like Survivor following. So I'm like all over the place. If you follow me, it's because you're into like Survivor stuff, cats, and houses. I could
And
change.
skiing. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were looking at your Instagram. You have a lot of your, personal hobbies and everything. And Matt and I were talking about this before, that, we're always trying to make a video that gets 10 million, 12 million views, but we're so niche specific with real estate that maybe it does take something else like that, where you're, talking to your cat and you still picked up 17,000 followers. I'm sure you could convert some of those into real estate leads, but it has to be something that's more broad, because the real estate audience is only so big. I mean, there's what, 5 million realtors in America. Is that right? Did I make that up, Matt?
Yeah, I'm not even in
Okay.
America, so I have no.
Yeah,
fucking
okay,
idea.
right. Well, I mean, it's still a stat regardless of
But right.
where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the algorithm is so crazy for reels, and it was like obviously one of the trending audios, which I had no idea. I liked it, and I was like, I could do that. My cat's perfect. So yeah, for you guys. But the thing is, with real estate, like, yeah, realtors can relate to it, and then so can like everyone enjoys like a house, like that guy with the Apple thing. I feel like you guys could do. Remember, he was like,
Oh
he
yeah, that
related
guy.
the real estate market to the Apple.
Yeah,
Which go, oh yeah, that like viral TikTok.
yeah. But he's like
Yeah.
a viral. He's like a comedian or something, I think,
Right.
isn't he? Some TikTok guy.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's a good one. Same with
It
Trevor
was.
Wallace.
You guys-
Trevor Wallace did a luxury agent one
Oh,
that was really good and went viral.
yeah. Yeah, reels are crazy. But anyways, back to your question about, what did you say? Survivor. Oh, people always ask me, they're like, did you get more business because of it?
Yeah.
No, like in no way have you ever read like the prospecting book and does it say go on a reality show and you'll get business?
Yeah,
Unless it's a real estate reality show, then you're
Yeah.
good to go
True,
forever.
true,
which
true.
we want to make.
Of course.
Great. You guys absolutely should.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's catered to real estate, but then 100% no. I picked up a couple stalkers, and it made it much more difficult for me to filter through like what number is legit and who's just calling to fuck with me. So no, I ended up selling 2 castmates, like helping them find a place, but other than that, no.
I mean, pretty good. I mean, you made 70K and got 2 deals out of it. That's a success in
Exactly.
my mind.
Yeah, now I
mean-
don't look at leaky roofs as anything. I got all kinds of life experience.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So you have a lot of different stuff on your social, which we always tell people like who are asking us for advice, bring that personal stuff into your social. Like it shouldn't just be all business, because people can relate with you in so many ways. Like we've never met, but I know like, okay, you enjoy like working out and skiing and building fires and selling houses, like there's so much that like you can relate with people just by
Totally.
doing that. And you do a great job of that.
Thank you. I said the same thing. So I used to have a different business page and personal, like when I went on Survivor, and then my personal one was the one gaining the following. So I was like, and I always wanted to have it both in one, because I always felt like if I could be me, then I would be working with people who enjoyed me,
Yeah.
rather than this like type A robot that I'm portraying on my business page. Now my business is like 80% friends referrals. So I can be as dumb as I want to be. And people are like, that's so sick. But it's so funny, this contrast between like, sold this. These are my goals. And also here's me tucking my cat. And then I snowboard. And it's just like, I don't hold anything back, but that's my life.
Yeah, real estate business pages at this point are a complete no-go, because if all you're doing is posting your just solds and just listeds, and then escrows, like you said, a robot just pumping out content, like no one engages with that, no one cares, and you're not going to work with anyone because of that. You're just advertising yourself nonstop.
Yeah.
So yeah, we always preach to bring your personality in for sure.
I'd argue that like more than ever, people don't care about really anything you do in the business. They just want to like you. Like, I don't think they care how many houses you sell anymore. If like you can like connect with them, that's going to take you so much further than you going into an appointment and saying you sold 200 houses.
I always say we're in the business of relationships. You can call it sales. Yeah, we're selling. But you're right. At the end of the day, when you connect with somebody, when they trust you, when they want to work with you, sometimes stats matter to some people, but for the most part, yeah, they just want to work with you because you're either chill, you know what you're talking about, and
yeah,
you can get the job done. It's really
for sure.
So you're at a Compass office, right, in San Diego? Are you in the one with Jason Cassidy?
No, so he's out of the one downtown. I actually live downtown.
Okay.
But I do know Jason. He's awesome.
He's the best.
Yeah, we've run in the same circle. How do you guys know him? Just from social media?
We've had him on the podcast. I'd say he's a friend at this point for sure.
Oh, I gotta listen to his.
No, he's great. He's also created some content for the Broke Agent that's kind of more value-driven content, where he did a market update, and we have some more stuff coming out in the future. But I don't know, he's so good at articulating stuff about real estate that I'm not capable of. Like, I'm more about social media and the humor side, and he's bringing in the value. So he's been awesome.
Oh, that's super rad. Yeah, he's a really good person to know. So that's cool collab you guys have going over there.
Yeah.
Eric's also at Compass.
Oh, no way.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, no,
that's right. Here it comes. But Compass doesn't even know I live there or that I work there.
I hope you don't live. Are you in the office right now? Are you living?
Yeah. This is where
there.
They assigned me into this bunker in the back with a transaction coordinator right there.
I'm not saying anything. I just want to point out you can relate.
Correct. Yes, you're right. We are with the same brokerage. Us and
exactly.
80,000 others.
Killer. Kara, I mean, I'd get the fuck out.
Matt is with the agency. Matt's with the agency, as he mentions on every podcast.
I'm with the agency. Yeah.
Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Compass recruited me when they first came to San Diego, and I saw that there was no way out of them taking over, and I saw like our biggest names going, and so I was like, okay, we're doing this. Let's do it.
Yep. Great brokerage. We like Compass. We like the agency. We like them both.
Yeah. Friends of the show, both of them.
Yeah, so, exactly. Both brokerages are friends of the show.
And then you got your big Compass guys. What's his name?
Robert Refkin.
No, Aaron. No, what's his name? Aaron Kerman. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That guy's giant. Carrie, you don't know Aaron Kerman?
He's in San Diego. He's an LA guy.
Right away.
Okay.
So Kara, let's get into your real estate career a little bit here.
All right, let's take a break from the fire we're spinning out. Eric, do you want to make 2022 your best year yet?
No.
Okay. Well, we're talking next level, triple your transaction volume, crushing the competition, kicking ass, closing deals, and taking names kind of success. Are you sure you don't want that?
No, I do actually, now that you just said that. And that's actually what happens when you partner with BoomTown, the #1 rated real estate CRM in the game. It's got the tools and tech you need to generate and convert conversation ready leads. These leads are ready to go. To check out BoomTown and see how you can score 750 bones in free digital advertising, visit boomtownroi.com/overask.
Now that's boomtownroi.com/overask.
Yeah.
So are you in the process of building a team, or you own a team? Or not own, but you have a team?
I own a few people. No, so this last year, I set like insane goals for myself, and I didn't hit them, but that's okay. I came close enough, and I still like 250% increase from the year before. Damn. And I had 2 girls who had been following me on see the power of social media. They were following me on social media. They knew who I was as a person, knew what I did in business, and they were both super interested in working with me. And it was the way that they reached out, how they did it, how professional it was. I hired my assistant first because I was like, I need help. I need 5 of me, you guys know, at all times. So that was awesome. Hired her, and then 2 weeks later, this chick reached out, and I was like, wait, she's amazing too. So I saw her personality more as like buyer's agent, like being out there, out and about. So yeah, I just took the leap, and I was like, I guess it's time to start a team. And yeah, I've been training them for like 2.5 months. It's still really new, but we're having fun working together. And yeah, now it's Kara K. Well, I wanted it to be Kara K and Associates, so I could like
That's cool.
Kara K. And,
I do Kara K and Co.
That's what I did. And then everyone's like, it looked like Tiffany and Co.
Yeah.
Or wait, no.
Legit.
Okay, so it was Kara K and Company at first, and then I had to change to Kara K. It is Kara K and Associates.
Okay, that's what it is. All right. Well, that's nice.
Where am I? What team am I on?
So what do you attribute your 150% increase from
200.
this year to last year? Oh, 250%.
Yeah,
So what happened?
I'm super open with my numbers. They're not like that impressive, especially in comparison to like what people do in San Diego, LA, New York. But my 2019 was I sold 8.6, and then this year I sold 21. Yeah, basically 21.
Wow.
And I would say
that's million, by the way, for the people.
Yeah.
It's actually billion.
Yeah.
No, I just feel like I took it seriously. Like I had 2 different planners, like try to get organized. I'm like an organized person at heart, but you guys know every day can get like way out of whack. So I just kept refocusing like every morning, figuring out what I needed to do, like reaching out to people more than ever. And yeah, just like you guys know, the consistency, the follow up, like everything that you say that you can get business from, that's like I just listened, and then I sat down and took it seriously. And then I stare at my goals every day. It's like a triangle that like I'm like, I gotta get up there.
That shit's real. I do shit like that too. With like visualization, law of attraction. I'm all into that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you have like a whiteboard that you look at, or
not a whiteboard? I've got now like my printouts of like potential listings, my calendar, my goals, and then I print out all the deals that I do. And then I put them on my wall. So it's like a physical representation of like me getting excited to like complete something and then put it on there. Like, have you guys heard the paperclip thing where some guy has like a jar of paper clips, say there's 100 in there, and he has to make 100 calls a day. And every time he makes a call, he puts a paper clip into the empty one. And it's just like that. We, as humans, we love things that are physically gratifying, and we love instant gratification. So in order to do that, I think that made like a huge difference visually for me, which I think a lot of people can probably benefit from.
That's smart. My old boss, I was a buyer's agent for a team, and all I would do is cold call and door knock. And I went into his condo once, and he had, I don't know, 1,000 MLS detail reports all over his wall. It was like a beautiful mind. You know that scene where he has like all the math problems and everything. Yeah. And he would just call every single one. And he had highlights everywhere. And it was just like a wall of agent detail reports with just like masking tape. It was insane.
Sounds like Criminal Minds.
Or a Beautiful Mind.
Right behind it was all the people.
Yeah, exactly. Just with like all these arrows and everything.
Frozen bodies in his freezer.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure he's a nice guy. But yeah,
I mean,
that's
not really. I'm gonna call him a nice guy. Just a guy, you know.
Well, at least we didn't say his name.
Yeah.
I always make a joke when we find like a little tiny door. I'm like, oh, the dead bodies are going in here. I'm sure everyone does the same thing.
Yeah.
Just you say that at every showing. Just there's dead bodies everywhere.
It's the icebreaker.
Yeah, exactly. This is where the seller keeps his decapitated bodies. Just immediately.
So 21 million. By the way, I wonder how many listeners are going to get out their phone and calculate 21 million times 2.5% to see how much Kara made last year. But
hopefully they don't have to get out their calculators for that one. That's
I'm sure they will.
Thought that I made like
mental
6%.
math.
Yeah, somebody like commented and they were like 6% on 21 million is whatever the price. I was like, okay, that is definitely not. It was like, well, you made 1.2 million. I'm like, no, yeah. I'm not even close. Thank you.
Right.
That would have been unreal. That would have been sick. But what's your average price on the 21 million?
It's now, so that's, you can see because of HomeSnap. I want to say it's $1 million for buyers, and then for listings it's like 900, which in San Diego now is like pretty close to what the median is, especially with, I specialize in Pacific Beach and La Jolla. So it's like, yeah, to get anything less than $1 million in those areas is like really difficult.
That's like here. I'm about 40 minutes out of Toronto, and that our like average price now is like 950. It's a fucking shit show.
Yeah, shit show everywhere. Everyone's like, "How's the market?" I'm like, "Same as it has been." Like
Yeah.
nothing's changing.
You should
Well, you
watch
can watch
Jason
the
Cassidy.
Jason, Jason Cassidy just did the how's the market update
Oh, I
on the
gotta
Broke
check it
Agent
out.
page. It's a minute and a half, and he details exactly how to answer that question.
Yes, I gotta check that out. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I go on the news every once in a while to it's like a little
Yes.
KUSI segment. And I was looking at all of them throughout the year. It's like the same thing. And I always relate the real estate market to like the weather. Like anytime it's heating up, I'm like, the weather's not the only thing heating up. So is the same real estate market. It's just like the same thing every time. It's like good time to buy, good time to sell, seller's market, buyers get out there. But yeah, it truly.
How do you get those news hits? Do they reach out to you, or do you have like a PR person that reaches out?
So funny. I wish I had a PR person. I actually majored in public relations, so I'm like decent at like those relationships.
Oh, damn.
This was funny. It was a referral from my commercial guy for a listing appointment for the two guys who own KUSI. Didn't get the listing, but stayed in contact with them. They were like stayed on my email list, and I just kept annoying them. So I like sent them my videos that I make for like market. I used to be Market Crush Mondays, so embarrassing.
Market Crush Mondays.
It was every week religiously, Market Crush Monday. So they were getting those. That's how I went on it originally, and then it was evolved to Doorway of the Day. And then they just call me to come on and do a market update. And it's like, I think it's like a mutually beneficial relationship where I talk about it and then my face gets seen. So yeah, it is honestly just a relationship that I could have been bummed about, but I was like, no, they're gonna love me one day.
Well, we got news stints, reality shows. Matt, I think I see a blue check coming in the near future. I think I see a verification badge coming your way, Kara.
Yeah, I believe so.
I could be so lucky. I think somebody on Instagram doesn't want me to be verified.
We pray to the Instagram gods on a daily basis for this. So
yeah, we actually have rituals.
Will include you this time. Yeah,
every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eric and I get together and we
on Zoom.
Pray. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm gonna mentally be there with you.
Okay.
I'll join. Yeah, feel my spirit hovering.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And we just pray for the check. And at this point, we've said it. We're good for a green check, yellow check. Doesn't have to be blue.
Whatever kind of check you feel like dishing out that day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I mean, it's weird. It is weird how it works because some people are way less, like have no press. Like you've been in Survivor and on Netflix, and then some people, I don't know. Some people must have paid for it or some shit. I don't get it.
I don't get it. Yeah, I really don't understand.
Do you use Survivor at all in listing presentations? Like, is that ever something that gets brought up? Because I think it is. It's obviously extremely interesting. And it does show something about your personality that you're willing to, endure this and that you are resourceful and that you're a problem solver. So I feel like that would be a good addition.
Yeah, I walk straight in there and I'm like, yo, can't build a fire, but I can sell your house. No, I get where you're coming from. I think it's such I get in my head about like getting professional and like people feeling like, what does she want to do? Does she want to sell my house or does she want to be on TV? What's like the ultimate goal here? So it depends on who it is. Like if they ask about it, if they Googled and they ask, then 100% I like dish it out. But I pretty much keep it as like you'll find out eventually. And in my listing appointments, I don't
right.
Maybe if I want it.
I'm not saying page one. I'm not saying like before like the price opinion or anything. I just
mean, hi, I'm from Survivor.
Yeah. I just mean back page, this is my social presence. This is the type of stuff I do. Like I'm, good on TV. I'll be great at marketing your listing, something like that.
Well, to your defense, I have it on my website.
My defense. Thank you for defending.
You're like, Jesus.
Yeah, she's like, well, this was a terrible question, but in your defense.
Yeah.
Never in a million, but also, no, I mentioned it. It's on my bio.
Well, It's true though, because I mean, it is obviously a part of your life. Like I use my videos as a big kind of selling feature in my listing appointments, but you got to also read the room. Like sometimes, depending on who you're with, like I'm not going to show some like 75-year-old lady.
Your stand video.
Yeah, my stand.
Your M&M video.
My M&M video.
Yeah, but you're so good at, wait, what's the guy from Bohemian Rhapsody? Oh my God, why is it,
Freddie Mercury.
Yes, it's so good.
Yes,
I feel
thank
like
you.
I heard with that.
Sometimes I walk into listening appointments like that
Yeah, I bet.
just to really, drum some shit out. You got to stand out somehow, right? It's a bunch of fucking assholes in suits. Really stir the pot.
Be
Exactly.
authentic. Yeah, in like 10 years, all the realtors are just going to be absolutely ridiculous. We just keep walking in like different.
You have
know
seen
what?
you've seen an
Everything.
evolution for sure.
Yeah.
There 2016-17 when it was all grind culture, Gary V, and everybody was wearing, I mean, not that Gary V wears suits, he's kind of the exact opposite, but everybody was motivational quotes, fake photos in front of cars with their cell phones, all about success, showing other people's listings. And now you've almost seen a dramatic switch to sometimes people are just becoming like influencers straight up on Instagram, where now all they're doing is viral reels and stuff. And there's almost no real estate aspects to it.
Yeah.
Like you go to some realtors pages and it's just skits, not yours.
Are you talking directly about
No.
You just tell them straight up, you motherfucker.
You crush it. You have,
Okay.
but you show your listings too. Like you have listings
Yeah,
on your
here and
highlights.
there.
You're still showing your real estate stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's been interesting to see that complete shift in content where people understand that it's got to be, almost funny content.
Well,
Right?
Doesn't have to be, but
we preach it a lot too. And I mean, Broke Agent's arguably the biggest brand in the space. So like when Broke Agent is preaching it, and now like I'm under the Broke Agent umbrella, Dan O'Neill, it has like an impact of what people should do. And sometimes I think from our little impact that we may have had, we've created monsters. Because some things I see, I'm like, holy shit, I wouldn't even do that.
yeah.
So like, it is weird. It's weird to see how it's all changed, because you're so right. It was all like button up, like motivational.
People
grind,
were scared to do anything that wasn't
Mercedes.
that. Like
Yeah.
even posting real estate memes didn't really exist until 2015,
Oh,
because people didn't
people
want to
were-
look like
Yeah.
morons in front of their clients.
Yeah, sorry, just interrupted you 3 times.
No, go ahead.
People were scared to do anything but like the straight up suits and say all the right things. And now it's like the more you mess up and the more authentic you can be, or the more funny you could be, or like relatable is really at the end of the day what it is. Yeah, it's like winning, which is really cool. I think it's relaxing for honestly everybody involved. It's like it used to be a stuffy industry, and now it's seen this like, and the shift happened like fairly quickly. I feel like I was in it at the beginning. I was like, oh God, I gotta be like,
Yeah.
Everyone.
Like, yeah.
like, not messed
You
up.
start off every video doing that, just saluting. That's great.
Yeah. And now it's pretty cool, and I'm interested to see where it's going to keep going too, because I feel like all bets are off. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It definitely is a breath of fresh air. And I mean, if that is you, if that's your style, being the person in the suit who's super analytical, like that's going to resonate with people as well. You know?
100%. You're absolutely right. If that's you, then good. Take all the people who are super analytical as well, very detail oriented. Like you're going to be a great match. Like just present who you are, and the right people will come.
Exactly. And it's like, it's so much more now, because it was very like everyone was flexing at first, not literally, but
Also literally.
Yeah, also literally. But that's also changed. And like I kind of poke fun a lot at like people who drive like the Mercedes and show their watches and their Gucci belts and stuff like that. And it's not even bad to do that. I just feel like if you come from more of a place of you actually like these things, and you're not just showing that you have money. Like I know someone who loves Porsches, and he has like 2 or 3 Porsches, but he's so passionate about Porsches. When he posts about them, which he does all the time, it doesn't seem like he's flexing. You can tell that he's so enthusiastic about it. And that's a huge market. A ton of people are enthusiastic about it. But when you post like your Starbucks mug with your Rolex showing and your Mercedes logo showing,
Subtle
and
flex.
the subtle flexes, that's where to me it gets just like unrelatable.
No, that makes all the sense in the world. It's funny because my dream car is like a Jeep Wrangler. And I always said I want to be able to like bike to showings and like not care about my car. But my first car was a BMW. I was a spoiled brat. So now I have a BMW too. And so I'm just now feeling like I don't care. Like I can get a Jeep Wrangler, and it doesn't matter. I don't feel like I have to show up to a listing appointment and be like, this is the car I drive. Like
Jeeps are sick.
Yeah.
You know what? I might actually get a Ford Bronco. I've been thinking about it. I'm really into it right now.
There's a whole like you know how many people love Ford Broncos
I
too?
know,
Like
it's sick.
there's the
Then I'll be that asshole on socials.
Ford
Like
Bronco agent.
I'll be like standing on the roof, the whatever you call it, the hood.
Think about the house.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe that too.
If the car
Just
had a
So
All
do you
the
actually
picture, like-
bike to showings and listing presentations?
I did when I lived in Pacific
Like with a
Beach.
helmet on and stuff?
No, you know what? I wear a helmet for snowboarding, but not for biking.
Okay.
Wow.
No, I
Just
got
funny
to
to picture you just
did.
showing up with a helmet on and just like, squeaking I don't know.
The
what's thing?
horn.
The horn
Don't take my helmet off.
with like a listing presentation in your backpack or a Supra or something.
Then it would be very appropriate to talk about Survivor.
Right.
No, I definitely did. There were a couple times where I would like meet clients on my bike or go to the listing presentation on my bike. No longer, but one day I'll do it again.
That's
That's-
kind of cool.
It's kind of clutch because then you don't have to have your clients ride with you to other showings.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Unless you have pegs.
Exactly. Then it's like ET on your back.
Imagine how weird that would be, huh?
Yeah.
I was actually doing an open house one time, and some guy actually heard his bell. That's why the horn or the bell of the bike. He like when he was turning into the driveway, he dinged his bell, and then he rolled the bike into the house. I was like, dude, like leave the bike outside.
Yeah, it's
not
one
a-
thing to
not
not
a
take your
dog.
shoes off or not
Yeah.
put on the booties,
He's
but
like,
to put
no,
in
I
your
gotta
actual
see how good
mountain
it
bike.
is here.
He started riding through.
Take it off.
Yeah, it was super weird. But Eric, do you want to get into our not so rapid fire round?
Sure. I'll lead it off.
Okay.
We'll just
So-
ask a few questions, quick answers.
It's not really quick. We don't actually
Well,
have
well,
we
no.
don't have questions. We
I
just
actually
think-
do.
Oh, I didn't prepare that.
Well, I have one that I just came up with
Okay.
right now.
Okay,
So if you had to be on one other reality show, what would
Oh.
it be?
good.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I always said
You
I
look
was
shocked that I asked that.
I know.
Look
but
out
I
of the
have-
blue
I'm-
right there.
She's like, I have a contract with Survivor. I can't talk about
Yeah,
that.
maybe think about it from the
No,
perspective
I would-
of you're furthering your real estate career as well. So not like a selling sunset type, but if I get on this show, it's also going to help my real estate career. I'll frame it like that, or just
Okay.
your favorite show.
Oh, this is difficult. Vanderpump or no, I'm just kidding.
Selling sunset.
I would hands down go on Survivor again. I don't know if that counts. There's like no other reality show. Like it would have to be something real estate related or Survivor. Like would never do The Bachelor. Yeah, like anything dating related or no.
No,
Um,
we just had Ari on front of the show. Ari,
oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
On the show, yeah, he's
great
great.
show. I mean, I watch it, but no, I feel like I would want to do like my own. Is that so egotistical to say I want to have my own?
Just your own show.
yes, you're out. Kara K.
I'm like, I'm gonna be on Kara Kane Associates. That's the next guy.
No, you
That
can
would
say
be cool though to see a reality show of someone in real estate in San Diego because
Yeah.
it's beautiful in San Diego. It's scenic, and then you starting your team and training your team. There's something there.
Yeah, I mean, not that it's like nothing I'm chasing by any means because it's like it's fun, it's cool, you get like a great following out of it. But I kind of enjoy being like under the radar.
Right. So you want to become like a huge realtor, right? I mean, you are already crushing it, but like is that your kind of life goal at the moment is to, become the best realtor you possibly can?
I'd say so. Yeah, I don't like want to be the one who's like selling hundreds of millions. Like that just seems like a full-blown conglomerate. That I'm very much into life balance, like work really hard, do really well, and then also like never say no to an adventure, like always go say yes to whatever vacations on the line. So yeah, I want to do that, cruise around, and then I don't know, maybe just I don't know, influence people on some level in terms of like motivating or I don't know, whatever the case might be.
Yeah. No, I think that's important. I always say that with the life balance as well. Like I find so many people are motivating you to sell hundreds of millions, which is awesome. But like you forget about like spending time with family and friends. And like, I feel like that's going to be the things everyone says, oh, you're going to look back on the things you didn't do in 20 years and regret it. Well, I also think you're going to look back and not spending, on not spending time with your family and friends and regret that possibly even more. So I think to have that balance is like solid.
Yeah. And it's like, you look at money and it's like, what's an extra, you know, if you put the amount in there, like how much more quality of life is that going to give you when you're sacrificing, you know, that time with friends and family and all the things that you do outside of work that actually make you who you are and why you want to live.
And Eric's like a bank at this point. His crypto, his NFT. It's like the guy's just
Have
like
you seen
just
crypto
rolling
the
in.
last couple of days, Matt?
No, I know.
I think my
I've
net
heard.
worth is
Tomorrow?
down 40% as long as this podcast has been going on. So I'm gonna call myself a
I know.
bank.
Actually, one of my investor clients was telling me he's it's not looking good.
No, just breached 40K. So we're finished here.
Kara, do you like Blink-182?
I do. Thanks for asking.
Yes, they're my favorite band of all time. I know San
Thanks
Diego
for
boys.
asking.
Well,
So,
it's a San Diego thing.
Yeah.
Eric.
wait,
Yeah.
I know.
name who's the lead singer?
Tom DeLonge or Mark Hoppus.
Tom DeLonge was a client of my first boss. I
Oh,
met
damn.
him. Like, we sold him a house in Del Mar.
You met him?
I did, and I scared the shit out of him. It was actually really funny. He was outside of his house, and I was like, he thought I was following him, but I was really
In your
just
bike?
I had to be at the house, on my bike with my helmet and Flint. No, and I like pulled up behind him, and I was the assistant to my boss, so he knew my boss, not me. And I got out, and he's like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm Laura Berry's assistant, and I'm not a fan. Well, I was like, "I'm a fan. I don't know. I respect your work, whatever." I was like,
That's hilarious. Tom DeLonge's probably like, "Can you step back, all right, tonight?" I'm just seeing some houses tonight. I fucking love Tom DeLonge. I wanted to be him when I was younger. Like I need to show you pictures now. I'll try and find him, but I looked exactly like him, like
Wow.
Hurley and Attic. I didn't look like him, but I dressed like him. Dickies, shorts, Atticus, socks pulled up, Converse.
That's like a hidden talent of yours. You can really
Tom
mimic.
DeLonge
He just
impersonator.
becomes rock
Yeah,
stars.
that and
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie
Yeah.
Mercury.
Not everyone can do that.
Do you go to Sombreros? Is that still a place?
I've definitely heard of sombreros, and I'm a big fan of Mexican food, but I don't think I've ever been to one.
Just that taco shop they hang out at.
Yeah, they like people leave them like letters there apparently.
What? I have to
Yeah.
look at what it is, because I feel like there's multiple, or maybe I'm just thinking of the one.
They sing about it in their song Josie. I don't know if it's still there, but I'm a gigantic Blink-182 fan, so I had to ask. But I need to ask my favorite question, Eric.
Oh God.
Is that okay?
Yeah, by all means.
We asked it to every guest, and I think this is fantastic.
Okay.
Kara,
Mhm.
if you had to choose one celebrity, not a real estate celebrity, actor, musician, something like that,
Mhm.
to bring on to your team because you think they'd be the best realtor, who would it be?
Easy-ish. I'm gonna think about it a little bit, but like hands down, I think Ryan Reynolds. I feel like
Ooh.
he's
That'd be good.
Canadian. Wow.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah, he sure is.
Didn't know that. Yeah, some of my favorite people are Canadian.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think he would crush it. He's like good with people. He's got like the right amount of humor. Yeah,
Handsome as ever.
Yeah.
handsome as ever. Yeah, can't go wrong with Ryan Reynolds.
He's
Yeah.
pretty funny on social media. Well, he'll like crop out who's he married
Blake
to again?
Lively.
Blake
Yeah,
Lively.
I
Yeah.
love the
Yeah, they're
relationship.
It's funny, but now it's kind of becoming a shtick where maybe I'm thinking it's not funny anymore.
Okay,
So-
well, I'm sure he'll
It's
take that into consideration moving forward.
But you should.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like he is objectively funny on social media, but I think now I think all these other pages I follow like repost it, being like, "Oh my God, look how funny he is! He cropped out Blake Lively again." It's like, yeah, I mean, what a fucking genius, right? How many times
like
can
we've
he
been
do
here
that same
before,
thing?
done it. Oh,
Yeah.
you can do no wrong for me. You can do that for the next 100 years. I'm like, oh, so funny.
Yeah, he does he does no wrong in my eyes. He's fantastic. I mean, first Canadian brought up on the show. You don't have to shit on America.
Yeah, well, speaking my mind, that's all.
All right, well, Eric, you got your
Yeah.
final question here.
My final question: where can the people find you, follow you? Where would you like to direct their attention?
You can find all the cat videos you want on my Instagram at it's Kara K, ITS Kara K, both Ks. And that's really all that I use. I'm on TikTok. Don't look for me.
Don't find me on TikTok.
Yeah, don't find me. I'm not on Twitter.
Have you
That might be a
posted that
good
cat-
way. That might be a good way to go viral. Don't follow me here.
Yeah, reverse
Go
marketing.
through. That's honestly, you're right. It's like when you tell people not to push the button, they're
Or yeah, don't click this link.
Yeah.
Don't watch this.
Yeah.
You'll get twice as many.
You really
Yeah,
will.
honestly, I'll let you know if somebody finds me and all the people find me and they're looking at my embarrassing videos right now. No, that's it. And then my email is Kara. What is my email? Kara@karak.com.
Okay.
Okay, well, hopefully that goes to
We
her.
won't hold you to that one. We could edit that one
Yeah.
and post.
Whatever it might be.
Yeah, we can edit it in post. No, we can't
Yeah.
because I do
No,
it.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, cut my laugh out if you need to. It's really loud.
No, the laughs in. The laughs in. Oh, before we go, Eric, your question got cut off. Did you post that cat video to TikTok?
I did. It didn't. It flopped. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's weird.
13 million views on one platform and then can do
Right.
nothing on the other.
Yeah, they just decide, know what? It's not
No.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not gonna fly. Not here. Not this audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, yeah, they're just looking. They're like, she's not dancing. She's
No.
not
Yeah.
pointing at things. It's a no-go.
He's not following all the other dances.
Yeah.
then,
This is too original for TikTok.
nice try.
Yeah.
Not just for TikTok though.
Yeah.
Instagram is old news.
Awesome. Well, Kara, thanks so much for being on.
Thanks for having me. You guys are awesome.
For sure.
Thank you.
Y'all take care now.